Hey guys, Dougas23 here again, aka the old guy. In this video, I'm going to be playing WWE 2K18. I'm going to be working on the entrance for my custom character Dougas Smitehammer. So if you guys been following along, kind of went through, did the clothing on him, got his face all set, even went through the custom move list. So now we are going to be working on his entrance. So we're going to go in, click Superstar, and then it does take a minute to load up here. So we're going to go click the right bumper to get to the custom superstars, and then I've downloaded a few, created a few. Some of these are not mine. Bluebeard is my 9-year-old son's, his first attempt at a character, and then he made a Stormtrooper. And then that's me, of course, and then downloaded some characters from other people. And then there's TK421, of course, from Star Wars. My son made him as well. But anyway, we're going to be choosing Dougas. We're going to go into Advanced Creation, and then we'll give it a second to load in here. And I have turned down the music just so it doesn't become a distraction. And taking a while to load up here. Almost there. Okay, so the very first thing that I do, I'm going to turn this music down a little bit here. Very first thing that I do is I choose the entrance music, just because it repeats so constantly. So I use the directional pad to get down to the entrance music, push X, and then you can have up to 5 different choices now, so you can mix and match tunes if you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first one and hit replace, and then I'm going to find something else here. So you can preview the music by pushing square, and I don't know if the music is going to play on the video or not. I know last year when I tried this it didn't play, but I'm going to find something that I like here. I like choosing kind of the generic tunes. I know that's not going to work for him. I kind of remember what some of this sounds like. And I think this is the one that I had for him last year. I cannot recall right offhand. Let's see what else we got here before I make a final decision, though. I remember that. Was not it. And you can obviously choose music that's specific to real life people too, if you decide to do that. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to see if we can find something that fits him. Yeah, this might have been what I wanted. Alright, yeah, I think we're going to stick with the hardcore 2. Okay, so then once you get it, you push options to accept it. And then the next thing I do is I go up to the motion and turn this music down again. And push X, and then what you get is camera movements for the beginning. And the one that I like is the Hall of Fame. So you can either scroll down with the directional pad, or you can use the left and right triggers to scroll through the different letters. So I'm going to preview the Hall of Fame inductee, because I think this is different than the one that I was actually looking at before. So you can see it's just basically a camera movement there on the right side. Let's see what else we've got here, because they've got some new ones this year. So what I'm going to do later on is we'll make a video in the next one, and for the Jumbotron in the background, Tritantron, I think is what they call it in this game. So I kind of want something that will show off the little video we're going to make later. So I think we're going to stick with this particular camera movement for the time being. And we'll go ahead and push options to accept that. And then the next thing I do is I just kind of keep moving down. I go to the lighting, and you can again have up to 5 different lighting settings if you want. So basically what you do is you pick the first one, you push X, and then I kind of know that I want the generic one, so I'm pulling the right trigger till I get to the L's. And I can't remember the specific number that I want. So you can push square to preview, and you can see that the lighting options change up there in the upper right hand corner in the preview screen. So I know I kind of want it to be dark, but I don't want it to be a complete blackout, because then what happens is the Jumbotron doesn't work. So we want one that still shows off the Jumbotron, and I think this is the one that I want. So I want that to be completely black until he actually comes onto the stage. So we're going to go ahead and choose that. And then what happens is the timer will scroll, and you can actually stop it where you want, or you can move it around. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let this scroll so you can see that the lights are on and then they turn off. But I don't want that. I want it to be completely black at the beginning. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing X. I'm going to push X on move. At the top, you can move this up and down with the directional pad. So we're going to push X on move, and then I'm moving the directional pad to the left to actually get this to line up with the very beginning of his entrance. And then when you get it to the point that you want, you go ahead and push X to set it, and then push options to accept. And then I don't think I'm going to have any pyro at the very beginning here, but you can definitely choose to do that. And then the screen effect changes the color of the screen, and then the nameplate is actually your character's name when they come onto the stage. So I'm kind of happy with this. So we're going to move on to the stage, and you can see now he's appearing on the stage, but I don't like the movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to push X to change this, and then we're going to push X again, and then I'm going to go over to the H's by pulling the right trigger, and I'm going to push, so I'm going up and down with the directional pad to choose the one that I want, and then I'm going to preview it with the square button and see what this one looks like. So there's Dougas. He's coming out. So he's kind of a cocky little bastard. Excuse my language. But he is kind of cocky. I know there was one last year that was a little bit better for him. He just kind of came out and looked kind of nonchalant, and I really like that one. There's one on a motorcycle, and I can't remember which one that was, where he just kind of comes out and he's kind of disinterested in the whole affair. But see if we can find a different one here that kind of fits him. But you can kind of see I'm kind of scrolling up and down, pushing square, and then obviously you have all of the real life people. So if there's somebody's entrance that you want to emulate or duplicate, you can definitely do that by choosing the actual person that you want to duplicate. I like the generic ones though, and I'm trying to find the one that I had last year. So these are, some of these are newer, some of these are repeats from last year. So we don't want that one. But yeah, there's so many different options this year. So Magic Monster, I know that one was had like he throws like a smoke bomb on the ground. So there's that one. I know I don't want the martial artist one. I can't remember what this one is. Oh yeah, okay. So we've got Mr. Perfect. So quite a few different ones this year. Let's see what this one is. Oh, don't like that one. So apologize for being a little slow here, but I want to find the one that's kind of that fits the character a little bit here. So I know what all these kind of look like just based on playing the game last year and knowing some of the characters as well too. So there's one that's kind of rock and rollish, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, carrying in a guitar. See what some of these other new ones are here. Yeah. Silverbacks and Sara. So yeah, superhero entrance. Let's see, what else have we got here? But yeah, there's so many different options here. Just crazy. So I'm going to scroll back through. And I think this one's new too, right? Yeah. Yep, those are both new. Maybe just sticking with the generic one that I had before. Bobby Roode's entrance. And I think with these, yeah, he actually stands on the little turntable. So you know that's an option for some people. And then this is his second one where he's up a little higher. Or a lot higher, I shouldn't say a little. The boxer entrance. Business suit. Yeah, I remember that one now. So let's see if we can find something that actually fits him. There's the Colonel. Can't find the one that I had last year, but let's see if we can find something decent here. It might be the Legend. And then again, maybe not. So this one's not too bad. Let's see what else we got here before we make one final decision. So then obviously Finn Balor's, you know, he's got the 3 different entrances. Actually there's 5. So then we got the generic superstar, so it might be one of these that I was on to begin with. Yeah. Should have probably just gone through all of these to begin with. Alright, well, it's not the ones I was looking for, but I don't see that. But I think I'm going to stick with this one, the Hardcore Extreme. So sorry for taking so long to get through that, guys. Okay, so what we do is we pick that one, we push X, go ahead and push options to accept, and then we're going to change the lighting, or I'm going to change the lighting on this anyway. So I still want the lights to be off when he first comes in. So what I can do is I can go back here and see which lighting option I picked before if I want. So I've got up there at the top it says lighting 13. So what I'm going to do is go over back to the stage by pushing the directional button to the right. Push X in that rectangle there. Go to lighting 1, push X again, and then I'm going to pull the right trigger till I get to the L's, and then we're going to go down to lighting 13, and I'm going to wait for that timer, that bar that's moving to the right there. I'm going to wait till that kind of gets to beginning, and then push X, and then I'm going to push X again, go to move, and then push the directional pad to the left until I get to that first spot there. And see, now the lights are turned off. So then what I can do is I can kind of wait. You can speed up with the right trigger or the left trigger. I'm going to wait till he raises his arm, and then you can pause it by pulling the left trigger. And then I'm going to change the lighting right there. So I'm going to push X, and then I'm going to go over to L because I like the generic lighting. And I can't remember, I know there's some brighter ones. It's like when the lights come up. Let's see if we can find something that looks cool here. Yeah, I don't know if we want bright or kind of, that might be kind of cool there where the lights are flashing. So then we'll pick that, so we'll push X, and then we'll push X again since we have it where we want. And then to play this, you'll push the left trigger again, so you can see the lights are off. And then when he kind of gets his arms up, they just kind of pop on. So then he walks down the stage while they're flashing. So you can add more lighting if you want. You can, even change the colors of the lights later on if you decide to do that. But I think I'm going to leave it for there. I think two lighting changes right there is fine. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a pyro effect to right when he raises his arms. So again, I'm going to pull the left trigger right there, and then I'm going to push X, and then see the stage. So you can push the left or right bumpers to change between stage, ramp, and ring in. So I'm going to choose the stage, and then I'm going to go over to I think it's P's for the, or S for the stage pyros, and these are all just kind of generic ones, and you can see what each one does by pushing square. So you're scrolling down with the left with the directional pad, and then push square to see what they do. So we'll find something that kind of looks good here, but they all kind of do different things. So I kind of want something that's in behind him so that you can actually see it when the movie plays. So that one that was up there a little bit ago might be good. I don't want fire for this particular character. So, yeah, there's all kinds of different ones here. And then obviously, there's a specific character, a specific real life person you want, that you like. You can obviously put those in as well too. And you can actually have two different ones. So you can put like smoke and pyro effect. But I think we're gonna go back up here. And there was one that kind of crossed behind him that I kind of liked. So these are all like multiple shots here. So I kind of like that one. So I'm going to put that in, and then it takes a second for it to set, and then what you do is you just pull the left trigger again, and then it'll play so that you can see if everything's set how you want it. So yeah, I kind of like that. So then we'll go ahead and accept. Now I'm not going to mess with the screen effect, but if you do want that, kind of the same thing, you push X on the one that you want, and then you can preview it so it changes, kind of changes everything. So you can get like the gold, green. You can have an entrance movie play over the top of the character if you would like. I don't like to do that, but it's an option if you want to do that. But these are all the different different things that you can do if you want. But I don't like messing with the screen effects, so I'm going to push circle to back out of that. Not going to change the entrance music, but you can change it for each stage if you would like. Just basically the same way you push X on the entrance music, find the one that you like, and then push push X to actually put it into that particular stage, so you can actually change the music as your character comes down the ramp. So I'm not going to hide the movies, and then we might go ahead and put the nameplate in here. So again, the same thing. You could pause it where you want his name to pop up. So I'm going to wait till he turns around, and I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to pause it and then push X, and then push X again, and then we'll go ahead and play it. So he'll have lighting change and pyro effects and a little bit of a pause, and then he'll turn around and his name should pop up on the screen. So there we go. So we'll go ahead and push accept on that, and then you can see where the nameplate will actually cross over into his ramp, where he's walking down the ramp. So you can actually change the motion of the character too for each stage. So like right now he's still on the hardcore 2, and I'm just kind of watching to make sure I like it. But again, the same thing, you push X here, and then you can pick, the one, if you want to have him change the way he walks down the ramp, you can change that if you want. So he can actually start running down the ramp, or he can, sweat like a little dance, kind of a cocky little dance. So there's different things that you can do there. But I think I'm going to leave it, because I kind of like the slow entrance where he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. So I'm going to go back in here, and I am going to change the lighting. So again, I'm going to change this lighting here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. But I'm going to pull the right trigger till we get to the L's, and I'm just going to choose some generic stuff for now. So I know there's like some that like flash, and I can't remember all the numbers offhand because there's just so many different ones. So there's one that flashes as he's coming down, so that might be kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that, and I'm going to wait till that gets all the way back to the beginning, and push X to get that in there. And then we're going to push X again, hit move, and then again pushing this directional pad to the left so I get it back to the beginning there. So you can see the lights are kind of flashing in the background there. And then right there we might change the lighting again. I don't know. Might leave that. Okay. So, yeah, maybe I think we can run this back a little bit. So maybe when he comes right there, we can change the lighting again. Maybe we'll darken it. So we'll go over to the L's again. And I think it was 13 that we had before. So yeah. So we'll make the lights go out right there. Push the left trigger to play again. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and accept that. And then we'll add some pyro. So I'm going to wait till the lights go out again. Pull that left trigger. And then I'm going to push the right bumper to go to the ramp. And I think I'm going to put in some smoke. So you can see this, there's smoke that appears on the ramp and on the stage there. So that's red smoke. You've obviously got the actual characters. So this is, Christian's ramp entrance, Goldberg's. You got the Magic Monster one. I think that, yeah, smoke in the background. You got all these ramp pyros that you can choose from. So I think I want to put the ramp smoke's not quite what I was going for. So you can, Vader, that's fire. Let's see here. Maybe we will just stick with that ramp smoke. I like the red. So we'll put smoke there. And then for the second pyro effect, I'm going to go ahead and pause it again. So I've actually sped it up with the right trigger, which I didn't really want to do. So we're going to go down to Pyro 2, push X, push the right bumper to go to the ramp. And then we'll check out these different ramp pyro effects. I know there's one that kind of launches all the way down in a sequential manner here, so I'm going to see if I can't find that. So there's one. And we'll go ahead and stick that in as well. So now what will happen is right there will be smoke and a pyro effect. And it doesn't last terribly long, but you know, it's kind of neat. I like the little fireworks that you can add in. So we'll go ahead and accept. You know, we're not going to change the music or anything or add the nameplate in. So now we're going to go back up with the directional pad and then push right on the directional pad and get to the ring in. And I still like his walk. I still like the entrance, so I'm not going to change it. I'm just making sure that everything, you know, kind of fits him. So again, I'm going to turn off the lights here. So I'm going to go down to lighting, push X, go to lighting 1, push X, and then pull the right trigger till I get to the L's. And I know I want the 13 again because that's the, you know, darker one. So I'm going to wait till that bar scrolls all the way to the back, and then I'm going to push X again. And then I can push X, and then, you know, click on move with the X button, and then push left on the directional pad so that this will be completely dark as he comes into the ring here. And I'm not going to change it as he comes in. I am going to add some pyro again. So we're going to go over to the, whoops, I did that wrong. Sorry guys. So pull the left trigger, push X, and then push the right bumper till you get to ring in. And then you can choose from different pyro effects. So I'm going to find the one that I want first and then get my timing down. So I know there's one that like crosses over there, that one. So then you can kind of set it to where you want. So I'm going to let this kind of scroll, play a little bit here, and figure out where I want to put that corner pyro. So I kind of want it to be visible. So I might wait till he's actually a little more into the ring here. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to wait till he... Maybe we'll end up adding two. We'll add one here and then another one when you actually see him in the ring. So pause it there. We'll go ahead and add that one in. And then I'll play it so you guys can see what that looks like. So again, the lights are out again. Coming up the stairs. And there's a little bit of a pyro effect there. So we'll just go ahead and leave that. Okay, and we're not going to mess with the entrance music or anything like that again. And then we'll go over to the ring. And I'm just watching him see if he's still, you know, if I want to change this or not, but I kind of like it, so I think we'll leave that alone. Just making sure here. So yeah, I like that. So we're going to go to the lighting again, push X, and I'm going to use that same lighting again. So pushing X on lighting 1, and then pull the right trigger till you get to the L's, and then I'm going to go down to 13 again. Push X, and then I'm going to wait a little bit here, and then pushing X again, X on move, and then left trigger, or excuse me, the left, pushing left on the directional pad till you get that lined up at the beginning, and then pushing X to confirm it, and then options to accept it. And then we can add another pyro effect in somewhere here. So I'm going to go to the ring in again, and I'm going to go to the generic ones. See, I know there's corner ones, and I don't think, yeah, there's ring pyro. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can do the ring or the corner, or you can pick, you know, the specific character that you want as well. And I'm going to see which one I like here, because I don't remember what all of these look like. So I kind of like some of these other ones that have multiple shots. Let's see, basically just changing the colors there. So I kind of like that one. So now I'm going to wait and see where I should add this in based on the timing here. So maybe like when he raises his arms up, like right there. So I paused it with the left trigger, and I'm going to push X and add that in. And then we're going to go ahead and play it and see what happens here, see what it looks like. So yeah, that's kind of cool. He turns around, it's all smoky. So then you could actually add more in if you wanted to. But I think one is probably good. Alright, so that's basically the entrance. So what we'll do here is once you get it set, you know, if you don't want to change the entrance music or the screen effect or anything like that, once you get the nameplate in where you want it, I don't suggest, if you try to put it in again, you actually end up erasing where you had it before. At least that's been my experience anyway. So what I'm going to do is push square to get a full preview and make sure that everything looks good to me. So there's Dougas. And there's his nameplate. And then it goes away and it comes down a ramp. Fireworks going off. His beard kind of wagging as he walks there. Goes up the stairs. Fireworks. And then he gets into the ring, and then there should be another firework effect here. So yeah. Kind of disappears in the smoke, but that's okay. So yeah, there's the custom entrance for Dougas. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. And then what I'll show you guys in the next video is how to actually create a Tritantron video. You actually have to play a match if you want to get highlights in, otherwise you can make just like a generic name for the Tritantron video. But yeah, there's the custom entrance for Dougas. So if you guys have questions, comments, you know, please do post those below. Hope that helps some of you guys out on how to create the videos, how to get that timing down, how to add in the lighting and all of that. So if you guys have any more questions on that, you know, let me know. But that's basically it for, you know, Dougas' custom entrance. And then, you know, in the next video, I'll show you how to create the Tritantron one. So look for that in the next few hours or so. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you all soon.